Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.
Bix Weir, RoadToA.com. Oh my goodness. Speaker Trump, question mark? Former president to attend the GOP's closed candidate forum on Tuesday. Wouldn't this be just the most wonderful thing in the world? If the Democrats were the reason that Trump became Speaker of the House, then Biden and Harris get taken down because they're criminals, and then Speaker becomes president, and then Trump is president because the Democrats voted out McCarthy. I love it. Will it happen that way? I don't know. Trump says, I'll do it, but why would I, if you need me, if there's nobody else, I think Jim Jordan would be good, but if there's nobody else, he goes, why would I do that? I'm leading in all the polls for president, definitely in the Republican Party, and all the polls are fake, obviously. But see, that's the other thing, are we going to make it to next year's election? Will President Biden even be there? Mentally, physically, whatever. Will there ever be an election in the United States of America again? I'm not so sure, not in the current state of affairs. Definitely won't be a Trump-Biden election next year, if you ask me. I don't know. I think they're banning all debates now for the Democrats, which is insane. They'll probably ban the debates for the president, too. Can you imagine Trump versus Joe Biden in a real debate, a fair debate? It would be so embarrassing for Biden, for the Democrats, for our entire political system, which needs to be flushed down the frickin' toilet, if you ask me. So, yeah, we will see. Lots of shit coming down. Let's talk about real quick the emergency alert yesterday. No zombies that I saw. All the people, there were a lot of people saying, oh my God, this is the end of the world. I don't think, if it was going to be the end of the world, I don't think that it would be this announced. But listen to it as Karine Jean-Pierre, the psychotic press secretary, check out the alarm going off and she freaks out. Check this out.
And yeah, we see the polling and we get that, we understand. But we also believe that it is fundamentally important to our own national security as well as supporting the brave people of Ukraine to continue that support. It is. No, there you go. Okay, thanks everybody. I was kidding. I turned mine off. All right. I know it's well, it works. Every couple of years, folks.
So, funny thing that somebody sent me an email saying, I turned off all my phones. I stuck everything in Faraday bags and aluminum foil and in the microwave. And I went outside during that time frame and worked in the garden. I come back and I turn on the news, and the first thing they do is blare that same signal. It's like, oh yeah, even the people who missed the signal because they were afraid of it have heard it by now. Well, you just heard it here. No, I don't think there's much to it, but who knows? You never know. I mean, you literally will not be able to go without hearing it. So, and oh, by the way, they can fire that thing off anytime they want for any emergency. So, yeah, I guess if you believe in that it triggers something in the body and all of a sudden, you're a walking zombie, I don't think there's anything you can do to get away from that. If that's what they want to do, if they, that's the technology that they implanted in your body, I don't know. Pretty funny though. Oh, really interesting was this, what Jesse Waters said. Do you guys remember the Dick Allgaier remote viewing of the death of the dollar? And Dick saw congressmen in the halls of Congress crying and slouched over and all that. Listen to what Jesse Waters says.
Are crying in the halls. We're talking about congressmen, not women, men. The backup speaker tried to break the gavel.
The chair declares the House in recess, subject to the call of the chair.
Oh my God, who knows? But if this was a Cliff High report that talked about crying congressmen, it would be preliminary market was, I forgot what he calls them. Shit. The word escapes me, but it would be a precluder to the big thing that's about to happen. We'll see. What could it be? The financial markets are literally being held up with clicks of mouses every day, and it could go to zero tomorrow, the next day. I think that's the big thing coming, the collapse of the fiat monetary system. Interest rates are skyrocketing, which means the banks that were already bankrupt are even more bankrupt. But JB Diamond has control of silver. Ever since they got back, it's been slam, slam, slam. I'll show you it on the chart. That's where Jamie got back, right here, the 24th, or 24th, I think. Bang! Welcome home, Jamie Dimon, to the Silver Slam. The big thing, we're going to find out today what the commercial traders are doing. They should be covering by now. Of course, this week won't show up on this report, the COT report, but same shit, different day. Criminal regulators, the Mint. Let's quickly talk about the Mint. So I did the calculation because the fiscal year of the Mint ended on the 30th of September. I did the calculation for how many Silver Eagles were made in that fiscal year, which is October 1st to September 30th of 2023, and the total came to 20,363,000 Silver Eagles were produced for that fiscal year. We won't know the end of the calendar year until the end of the year, obviously. But according to my buddy Jack over at the Mint, Ventress Gibson has changed her stripes. We'll see. And they will be making Silver Eagles not to meet demand. They're still completely illegally operating in an allocated form, which is completely illegal. That is not legal to allocate Silver Eagles. You are required by law to make them in quantities to meet demand. So they're still breaking the law. But, at least they're getting a little better. And Jack said they'll have probably 25 million coins to by the end of the year done, which means they've already allocated and they're not going to go out and buy some more silver blanks. They have the capacity to do 5 or 6 million coins a month, at least. Ventress Gibson said they expanded that capacity, so we don't know how much they expanded it by. But as you can tell, right here is when Ventress Gibson got in there. That hedge book loss, the year that silver went down, $1.18 on average over that year. This is the 2021 to 2021 fiscal year. They didn't close out their hedge book. So they kept the hedges on because during 2021 was the silver squeeze, Wall Street bet stuff. And had they closed out their hedge book, it would have been more buying pressure on the price of silver. And the U.S. Mint is probably one of the very largest hedgers in the world, at least on the coin side. They're hedging every single ounce they buy, they hedge, supposedly. But it looks like they were playing with their hedge book because in 2021, when they should have lost money on their hedge or gained money on their hedge book, that's why you hedge. If the price of silver goes down, you're supposed to gain money. They lost $112 million because they did not close out the hedges at the beginning of the year that they were supposed to as they sold the silver. That's the way the game was supposed to work. But because Rustin Benham called them up and said, "Oh my God, we're in crisis mode. Silver's about to hit $30. Oh my God, don't close out any of your hedges." And it cost the U.S. Mint $112 million to rig the price of silver for the criminals. Shocking, if you ask me. If anybody else has a better explanation of why the U.S. Mint in the 2021 fiscal year lost $112 million when the price of silver went down, I would love to hear it. Especially you people at the Mint. Contact me. Say, hey, here's Bix, you just don't understand. Here's what happened. Please let me know. The reason to hedge silver against price volatility is that if the price of silver goes down, you're going to make money. So that should have been a plus. $3.23 per coin, or even who knows what it really should have been. But I believe what happened was that they went into crisis mode, and the regulators cannot have silver go over $30 an ounce. And there you go. You use the U.S. Mint against its own people. That's kind of shitty, and just another reason to say, hold the mint, hold their feet to the fire. I don't think they ever got back to that Congressman Mooney that sent a request, like 10 questions about the U.S. Silver Eagle program. I don't think they ever got back. If anybody has the response from, it was to the Treasury who asked the Mint. I know Jack Sherman told me he was working on something like that for the Mint. But this is a year ago that the congressman submitted his questions, and nothing. Silence. That's how important this is. The Silver Eagle program is so massive for the future of money. So keep that in mind as you go about your day-to-day. It is Friday. Go out there and have some fun. Oh, sorry, it is Thursday. I'll be talking with Jenny on Friday this week, so I'll post it sometime this weekend on the private road at RoadToA. But check out the one we have up there now. The big coming changes will lead we the people towards freedom. Dick Allgaier actually remote viewed this room, the U.S. Treasure Room. I wouldn't call it the U.S. The room he viewed was about 2 football fields long, filled with gold bars and coins and statues and all, just like this picture. But it did not. It was in the Grand Canyon, but has not been found yet. Really interesting things about that. But some have been, supposedly. And I talk about that a lot on the private road at RoadToA. If you want to join, go to RoadToA.com, click on subscribe today. We are currently giving away one Veritasium token, the token that all the crypto people hate. Because Reggie Middleton got a patent on DeFi, peer-to-peer transactions. It's not his fault that all these other companies were built after he applied for the patent. It's the U.S. government held that patent for so long, and now it's so freaking complicated. Now, XRP completely falls flat on its face when judged against the Reggie Middleton patent. Just another reason not to go to XRP. So we'll see what happens, He's kind of like Trump. Got thrown in jail practically, a financial jail by the SEC, just like Trump's getting thrown in jail for nothing. Trump was literally impeached because Joe Biden stole money from the Ukrainian government. That's why Trump got impeached, for asking them to look into the thing that we know happened now. That's how fucked up our country is. And the other one was the insurrection joke. What a ridiculous joke. How many insurrections do you know that have no weapons? There were no weapons. Nobody was armed, except the Capitol Police and all the the secret people in there. Ray Epps. Oh, my life was destroyed. Oh my God, you kidding me? Deep state all the way. Anyway, this is Bix Weir. That's what I got for you. Talk to you later.